All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Morning Midline. New week, it's Monday. We're going to hit you hard and quick and fast. Hopefully, you had a good Mother's Day for all the mothers out there that's watching. If you aren't a mother, or, well, I'm sure you have one. If you don't, then they may have been in a different situation. Still wish them a happy Mother's Day anyway, or any of the mothers out there. That got weird. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do today. We're going to start off with just some planks. It's going to start off with all elbow supported planks. We're going to start off just in a straight plank, and then right side, left side, 20 seconds each. Pretty simple operation. And then we're going to need some moderately heavy, moderate to light weight for the workout today. So if you need to get that, you can go grab that now. Otherwise, stay along. We're going to start off with our planks. It's a pretty simple operation. Since we're doing pillar planks or elbow supported planks, what I want you to do is make sure that the elbow is directly underneath that shoulder. And we're going to extend the legs. And today we're going to really try to focus on stacking those feet. Toes are going to be pointed forward. And we're going to try to keep those hips up in these side planks. Right, so we're going to be doing 20 seconds on one side, then we're going to flip over, do 20 seconds on the other, and then our straight plank, elbows are underneath, palms are going to be face down, and we're just going to be here. Now, the entire 3 minutes, I don't want the knees to touch the ground. I don't want any resting. We're just going to knock these out pretty simple, pretty quick. Should be an easy operation, especially if you've been doing the morning midline for a while now. So let me get the timer set up. Having a hard start for the Monday. We'll get it back in now. All right, so getting started in 10 seconds. We're going to start off with just that elbow supported plank. In 2, 1, hold. So this is where you can think of some happy thoughts, what you're going to do for the week. You're in Michigan, it's supposed to rain a lot, still pretty cold. You had a good weekend. Think about all that, puppies, sunshine, and rainbows. And then take it over to the right side. So again, try to stack your feet here. Keep the palm flat on the ground. Keep the hips as high as you can. 2, 1, and switch to the other side. One, back to that elbow supported plank. Just breathe in, make sure you're still keeping those ribs down. Abs are tight. Squeezing the butt. We're stacking the feet, keeping the hips up. Just having a good time, good hole here. Super chill way to start your Monday. Switch it up. And one more round through. On your right side, really try to push those hips up. If you think they're high, try to get them higher. Last side here. And relax. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is where you need that weight. So if you want to go ahead, run and grab that weight. Again, that's about 10 pounds, 5 to 10 pounds. It's perfectly fine. If you want to go a little bit heavier, it's going to be a little bit more intense, but that's perfectly fine. You can always change it up in the middle of the workout if it's too much for you. I'm going to get this clock set up really quick. Okay, so what we're doing first is 25 seconds of a hollow to tuck, but legs only. So your arms are going to stay in one position for that whole time. And then you're going to do a 10-second hollow hold. And that's not going to have your arms overhead, and we'll show that in just a second. That's just going to have arms down by the side or in front of you. And then you're going to have 25 seconds of a hollow pullover. So that's where you're going to need your weight. So what it starts off with is the legs only hollow to tuck. So your hollow to tuck for this position, arms are going to be down by the side, or if you have your weight, what I prefer is you're just going to have your weight on your belly. From here, you're really working to keep your shoulders off the ground. I want you to keep your eyes looking up. If you start to look forward too much, then what's going to end up happening is you're going to start to really feel that neck tense up. So try to keep your chin tucked in. Eyes are looking up towards the ceiling. There's not too much of an interesting things going down with your feet. So from here, what you're doing, bringing the knees in, right back up. Try to point the toes, keep the knees together as much as possible, keep the shoulders off the ground. Then when you're in a hollow position, you can either take your hands down, you can keep your hands on your weight. If you feel like an expert, you can take your hands up and overhead. I'm probably going to keep my hands on my weight the entire time for the hollow hold, but we're still working to keep the shoulders off the ground, heels off the ground, and our lower back pressed into the ground. From there, what we're going to do, in that hollow hold, we're going to work pullovers. With that pullover, instead of thinking way behind your head, what I want you to do is just take your arms by your cheeks and then back over your chest. So it's not much of a movement here, but we can work on staying really stable through that chassis or that trunk. So if that becomes difficult, and I know it will for me, what you can do is bring one leg in. So you're going to have one bent and one is still going to be in the air, creating that hollow position. This makes it a little bit easier. From there, same kind of operation, keeping the shoulders up, eyes looking up towards the ceiling. Makes it a little bit easier still. From there, just take a little bit of a break and then get right back into it so we can still just push ourselves to that capacity. If all of that fails and you're thinking like that weight's too much for me, still working that movement with just empty hands. Okay, so really focus on that hollow position as much as you can, bringing those shoulders up, looking at the ceiling. I know I have a tendency to start to look towards the wall here, and then I start to feel it in my neck. Try to really look up towards that ceiling if you can. So again, 25 seconds of legs only, hollow to tuck, then a 10-second hollow hold, and then 25 seconds of a pullover in that hollow position. Getting started in 10 seconds. It's 5 rounds if I didn't mention that. So again, make sure you're not tucking that chin too much. Try to keep yourself looking towards that ceiling. Keep the shoulders off the ground. can rest if you need to make sure we get into that good position. Just short rest and right back to work. Pressing that lower back into the ground, getting those shoulders off the ground. 2 rounds down. That's a weird one. Two rounds to go. Last round here. Just fighting for as much as you can here. Last little hold. And last of the pullovers. All right. That is it for the day. Flip that over if you need to. Get a little bit of a stretch. Cobra. Taking some deep breaths. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. And then taking both heels together. Or toes together. Knees going out wide. We're going to push the hips back. Reaching up as much as you can. Holding that bottom position. Deep belly breaths while you're here. All right, that is it for the day. Thank you for showing up for the Morning Midline on Monday. We've got it all week long, 8 a.m. Send it to all your friends and all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't been before. and you haven't subscribed, thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Goodbye, peeps.